everyone to the Murphy Chamber of Commerce Business Start Exchange every Thursday morning from 8 to 9 here at the Murphy Activity Center. And the last 2 Thursdays, I think, we have done extremely well since the pandemic. I don't think we've had 2 Thursdays in a row where we've had over 20 present. And it sure isn't that way today for whatever reason, unless we have a bunch strolling in a bit late, but certainly glad that you took time out of your busy schedule to be here nonetheless. As I look around the room, I think I see new faces, 2 new faces. Sir in the white shirt, I hope I don't embarrass myself too much here. Were you one of our scholarship winners on Tuesday?
Yeah, I'm here for my parents.
Awesome. That is unusual for a scholarship winner that we always recognize at our luncheons in May for them to show up in our business card exchange the following Thursday. That doesn't happen very often. I'm glad that she made it out here. So, you probably heard about us from that. Now, how did you hear about us?
Online.
Online?
Yeah. I came last week, but
Okay, great, awesome. Well, I'm Mark Williams, I'm one of the co-hosts, and Julie Richards, our executive director, and so you'll each have a chance to give a 1-minute speech on what you're looking for, who you are, who you represent. And if you are a chamber member, you have an opportunity for a 10-minute spotlight, which will be Countryside Smiles today. And in fact, she is our sponsor for the month of May. And also, she'll also be in July?
Yes.
Is that true? That's right. If you choose to be a sponsor, we ask that you bring a breakfast snack on those Thursday meetings, and you will also, that same month that you're choosing, you'll have a chance for another spotlight as well. So, looking forward to hearing from her. If you have an opportunity as a chamber member and want to give a 10-minute spotlight, please see Julie. She has some tentative slots over the next several weeks. Nothing confirmed for too far ahead. Please see Julie if you have any interest in wanting to be a sponsor. That would be awesome. And I think our sponsor in June is at Ridgemore. So the Ridgemore meeting may very well be at her location, but we'll deal with that later. Okay, make sure your cell phone is on silent or vibrating you in so it does not become a distraction, would be appreciated, okay? All right, I'm gonna turn everything over to Julie. Listen up, there are always, over any 30-day window period of time, there are other opportunities for chances to get visibility with other chamber-related events. And so, listen up as she explains what a lot of those will be coming up. Take it away.
All right. Well, good morning, everyone. It's great to see several new faces in the room, and so glad that you came out and heard my announcement. You paid attention and you came back. So we're glad to have you this morning. So I'm Julie Richards, Executive Director for the Murphy Chamber of Commerce. And as Mark mentioned, we are here every Thursday from 8 to 9. For the month of June, please mark your calendars. I've said it a few times, but want to make sure everyone remembers that we are moving just for the month of June to our sponsor's location. So the Bridgemore at Plano, who will be our June sponsor, will be hosting it at their facility, which is brand new. So it would be great to hold the program there in their clubhouse. They'll provide the breakfast snacks all month. So we're very grateful for that opportunity, and we're grateful to be able to show off a member's place of business, and they're so excited to finally be open. And they are just on the edge of Murphy and Plano. The address is Park Vista Road in Plano, but just as you cross Heritage, where Baylor Hospital is in Murphy, just over the edge there in that new subdivision there in the back. So that's where you will find them. Make sure you have the address in your Google Maps if that will help get you there. But we will be there starting the first Thursday in June and every Thursday in June. I want to thank Dr. Dill with Countryside Smiles for being our sponsor this month. She's also sponsored July. So now, starting in August, I do have openings if you're interested in sponsoring this program. We just ask that you bring the breakfast snacks for the morning, and I can talk with you about what promotions are included with that if you want to sponsor the program. We also have a couple ribbon cuttings coming up in June, so mark your calendars. Countryside Smiles will be doing theirs on June 16th at their location, which is located 222 East FM 544 next to GameStop. I was driving by the other day and I kept looking real quick, trying to pay attention in the car, and I, wait, which business is it next to? Because I know a landmark always helps everybody when we have all the businesses right down the main road there. So she's located next to GameStop, and we'll be excited to do a ribbon cutting for her business. And then the Bridgemore Plano will be doing their ribbon cutting June 23rd, just after the business card exchange. So that morning at 9 o'clock, right after the card exchange, we'll do a ribbon cutting for Bridgemore right there at their location, which will be very convenient for everybody. Coming up in July, we've been starting to promote our second annual summer camp that we're offering. It's a young entrepreneur leadership summer camp, really geared towards kids ages between 9 and 14. Last year it went over very well. It was our first year to offer the program, where they were able to do a assessment. It's a Clifton skills assessment to really look at what their natural skills are and how that they can use that in leadership throughout their lives. So it really helped them kind of think about what they could do, going forward that would help them. And then this year we're going to do a second camp. So we're going to do that camp again. We're going to do a second camp. We hope a lot of the campers will come back to add on, but this one will be more project focused. So they'll have a project that basically culminates into how to build your own business, and then it will culminate into a booth at Maze Days in the fall. So we're really excited to offer this opportunity and get this group going. Both of those camps are planned for July. I am just firming up the locations, and so I don't have the exact dates, but once I do, I'll get that out. I'll have flyers. I'd appreciate it if you'd share it, because most of you are in the room hearing this, but the kids that are not in here are the ones that need to know about it, and their parents that might be interested. So please spread the word. It's a great program, and everyone who attended last year really enjoyed it. If you have any questions about it and think you have people interested, just be happy for a phone call and I can talk with you about the details. And then in August, we are planning to do another program with the Chamber, and details will be shared with that soon. So I'll wrap that up, and then we can get started with our commercials. I will start online and let you all go first, and then we'll start in the room, and usually I just point to a table, then you come on up and give your 30-second to a minute spiel on what you're doing, and then we'll go around the room, and we'll end with our 10-minute spotlight, which is today Countryside Smiles, and she'll be at the end. So all right, if we can start online with Donna this morning.
Good morning. My name is Donna Jenkins, and I am representing the Murphy Historical Society. As always, we are working on our projects, and it is our mission to preserve the history of Murphy, both past and present. So we hope that some will join us in our activities. We always have a meeting the last Tuesday of the month at 7 o'clock. Thank you.
Thanks, Donna. Okay, Macco.
Hey, good morning, everybody. My name is Macco, and I am a printer. My brother Art and I own Bullet Graphic Center out here in Plano. We do marketing and sales material printing for many local businesses here. It's good to be here online. Unfortunately, I couldn't make it in person today, but I'm anxious to hear all the great commercials and about all the products and services that everybody has to offer there in the group. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Michael.
Okay, Lee.
Lee Craig with the law offices of Lee Craig. I do wills, master probate, elder law, adult guardianships, and estate planning. Over 30 years in the business. I teach nationally to other attorneys for the CLE credit for the National Business Institute. And I'm just going to do like a public service announcement. Please get a will. I don't care whether you get it through me or somebody else, but it's like a couple of times as expensive to do it without a will. It can take like 6 months more, a year more. And it can cause a lot of chaos as far as your own lives, because when one spouse dies, the other one needs to transfer the property. They can't do that until they've been appointed executor or administrator. And just make sure you have a professionally done will, because a will that's done bad is almost as bad as no will at all. It requires the same procedures and the same expenses. It's about $1,000 to $2,000 more to probate a estate that doesn't have a will. And there are a lot of attorneys these days that won't handle them unless they have a will, simply because the courts are getting so hard to get through in a certain county. So please, just as a public service, get a will of some sort and make sure it's professionally done. Thank you very much. Lee Craig, the law offices of Lee Craig.
To this table over here first. Janae, would you come on up? And then we go, make our way around the room this way, come back, and then we're at this table. So,
That's how it goes, huh?
come on up.
All right, Julie, I see how it is.
Come on down.
All right. Well, my name is Janae Butler, and I am your City Council representative in Place 6. Newly re-elected. Thank you very much for everyone's support. My job is you. That's what I do. For example, Jessry told me about a problem that she had as far as trying to be a sponsor for the city, so I placed that on our agenda. And so that actually came up this past week, or this Tuesday, and we made sure that we now have an application process in place for that can be found on our website, so that no other business that wants to sponsor or have any type of dealings with the city will have any trouble doing that. So that's my job, representing you. You have an issue, I take care of it. Thank you.
Anna?
Oh, no. You're not going?
After you.
Oh, my
Shot. Next.
Hi, I am Tina. I am with Keller Williams Allen. Dr. Dill invited me to come out today. I go with her to the Winery Chamber of Commerce. Just a little bit about myself. I have been in business, will be 2 years in September. Mako, I retired from printing after 25 years in that and started a new career in real estate. So I would love to give y'all every week just a little bit of information on what's going on in the real estate market. Any tips, anything I can do to help, please feel free to reach out. I will say I looked this morning and there are only 15 houses on the market in Murphy. So not many at all. If there's anything I can do to help, feel free to reach out. Thanks.
Good morning, and good morning to all you folks that came in and Zoom. So I have one word for you today. Ready? Thank you.
Short and sweet.
Morning, gang. Terry, Sable Automotive, downtown Plano. We've run into situations every once in a while about people coming in and trying to get a second opinion. A young lady came in the other day. She was like 22 years old, and she had a car with about 60,000 miles, and somebody told her that she needed a bunch of suspension work done. Well, we checked it out for her and everything. The only thing she had wrong was the right front tire was separated. And she had road hazards on those because she's just replaced them. So anyway, be sure you're dealing with somebody you trust, and thank you, Terry, say more on it.
Hey, good morning. Rick Rawson with Expanse Marketing. And the key about getting your advertising out is about the message. It's about the content, okay? So whether it's by video or by a recorded interview, whatever, you do have the different marketing that you put on print ad. Could be a brochure, a door hanger, information flyers, price points and everything. But here's the thing. It's one thing to have them print. What about actually being able to let them look at an interview of you, introducing it, put it on a QR code, attached to a video, and you get to actually speak to the person through the print medium. Rick Ross with Expanse, expanding your reach.
Good morning, everybody. Steve Redding, Veterans Center of North Texas. We're a nonprofit organization that helps veterans with whatever needs they have at no cost to the veteran. We have over 150 resources to pull from. Needs help. One thing I'm seeing a lot lately is the older generation veterans having trouble keeping their finances in order. As in, I had a veteran come in that was behind on his rent payment, got an eviction notice. He didn't realize he was even in that bad of shape. So if you know an older veteran, please check in with them. Make sure that they're doing okay. Make sure they understand, especially the finances that they're going through, because we hate to see them get put on the street. So if you know a veteran, they need help, have them give us a call. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. Burton Hayden with Hercules Health Solutions. This is technically my first commercial in the meeting. I came out of the first meeting last week, which was awesome. So I actually went to the seminar after that yesterday. I am a health insurance broker, which simply just means I work for you. I don't work for any specific carrier. I'm contracted with over 25 carriers nationwide, licensed in all 50 states. So I can truly shop the entire market and help save you money on your health insurance. And the only thing I'll kind of leave with is, what is a 60-second phone call worth to you? Is it worth saving hundreds, 200, sometimes thousands of dollars every single month on your health insurance? If the answer is yes, it's worth it, then please take one of my cards and give me a call, or if you know somebody else who's looking to save money on their health insurance, give me a call and I'd be happy to help them out. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Brendan Cooch. I'm with Credit Union of Texas. I'm a community engagement officer for them, for the city of Wiley, Saxon, Murphy. I represent this area. But for those of you who don't know, we are a financial institution that was founded by a couple of small group of Dallas educators. We've since then grown from that into what is known as Credit Union of Texas. The heart and soul of our company is really wrapped up in our motto, which is experience more. Whether you guys are looking to experience more service, more value, more solutions for your guys' financial needs, when it comes to your finances, if it matters to you, it matters to us. So if you guys are looking for a bank that you guys can trust, you guys are looking for something that is a little bit more personal than that, we'd love to speak with you, see what we can do for you guys. So please don't hesitate to reach out. Again, I'm Brandon with Credit Union of Texas. Thank you for having me.
Hi, I'm Rajveer Desi with Desi Indian Grocery. We plan on opening our first location in about the middle of July on 544 in Wiley, about next to Chiloso. We're a small Indian grocery store that's going to be owned by our own family, and we're going to not only carry our own products, but we're going to carry the products that other grocery stores also typically carry. So we're going to be able to give people what they are used to and what they already enjoy, as well as being able to give them our own fresh products that we packed ourselves and mailed ourselves, etc. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. Luke Trahan, financial advisor with Edward Jones. We've had a really rough start to the year as far as the stock market goes. A lot of people look back at it goes all the way back to the 1930s that you can kind of look at similar starts to the year. And I'm reminded about how, if you look at Edward Jones, we started 100 years ago in the roaring 20s. A decade later, you have a huge depression, right? And Our founder could have just hung up his hat and said, you know what, I'm done, I don't want to do this anymore. He didn't. Instead, he actually looked at the opportunity, and he went out there and he brought education to his investors, and we continue that today. If you want to know more about how your investments line up for your future, are they in line with your personal goals? Are you looking to make sure that your goals stay on track through retirement, that your money doesn't run out? If you haven't had a conversation with your financial professionals, now is a great time to do that. Re-examine, make sure that you're staying on track. But a lot of the times, the best thing to do right now is nothing, because we will come back, always does. Minor adjustments might be needed, but don't do anything major. Talk to a financial professional first. Luke Charles, Financial Advisor, Edward Jones.
Hi everybody, I think we have a theme going today, financial advisors. I'm a financial advisor. I agree with what Luke said. Give us a call. I'm not sure where I'm supposed to look over here. This is my first time doing the whole thing. I'm not here as a financial advisor, but I want to echo what Luke said, and I also want to echo what Lee said. You really need to have a will. In our experience, it's a nightmare when somebody passes and doesn't have a will. And be sure to talk over these things with your financial advisor. That's what they're there for, your complete picture. And that'll help people from just looking everywhere for all of your assets, and it becomes a nightmare. Talk to somebody. Talk to an attorney, talk to a financial advisor, talk to a CPA, talk to your family, absolutely, beforehand. But I'm really here today, and I'm so pleased we have one of our scholarship winners here. So, Mr. Desi, Raj Deer. I was shocked when I walked in the room and saw him. What a great kid. Not a kid. I keep saying kid. Everybody's a kid to me these days. It's fun.
Entrepreneur.
Yeah, he's an entrepreneur and just an all-around great young man. Going to be going to school, and we appreciate you showing up. Yep, absolutely. So anyways, I'm here for the Scholarship Foundation. I want to thank everybody who has supported us this past year, because we did just give out our scholarships. And if you are interested in assisting in any way, or naming a scholarship after your business, or we have somebody who named it after her mother, his mother, who was a teacher. What a great way to honor someone and to promote your business as well, while helping a deserving young man like Raj Deer. So thank you all for coming out, and I appreciate the time.
Good morning, I'm Bob Tillman, Special Roads Company. I think pretty much everybody knows me. And compliment the committee that selects the group for the scholarships. When I was in high school, I was able to get some stuff like that. It was really impressive. And there's nothing wrong with honoring students who do a good job. Compliments to you, my friend. Best wishes in your family's endeavor in the grocery business. That's going to be nice. So. Anyway, we do website work, hosting, management, just about everything. We record events. I recorded 3 or 4 so far this week. I've got 2 more to do this afternoon. And the ones at the Bridgemore, they want me to come take pictures and film their opening ceremonies, and we've got a deal in Plano tonight. And I enjoyed it. It's a lot of fun. I get to meet some really nice people. I've actually met some people as nice as Mr. Radio over here. And compliments to the winners too, because he and I have a friend, I've mentioned this 2 or 3 times, one of our veteran friends, professional photographer for years, traveled all over the world for the military, then in the industry. He lives in his car by choice. I don't understand that, but he does, and he's fine. But we keep track, and I mentioned to Steve, because he has a better idea of what they need, and he keeps in touch with this gentleman. And he's fine. I see him just almost every day. But it's a blessing to be in a community where people do take care of each other, and I think that's great. Compliments to you for winning your election. That's good. One of the things as far as website stuff goes, you have a website, most of you do, and you have email addresses. if you have a domain that's registered in your name, you can use your name like sales@jobo.com or sales@murphychamber.com or whatever like that. It just looks a lot better than Janie@hotmail.com. It just, if you're trying to respond to some business, if you're trying to respond to a business with your email, if you have an email address that's associated with your domain, it just looks a lot more professional. And a lot of times it doesn't cost anything, but one of the things that's a problem with Gmails and Hotmails and those is those things are monitored. Gmails or Google Mail, and they watch everything that goes through there. And so it's, and if you have your own domain, usually it's a lot easier to prevent that from happening. If you have any problems or questions with that stuff, give me a call, Bob Tillman, Special Webs, and hang over there for you.
Do we miss anybody? Only me. Mark Williams and I specialize in a very unique set of products to help you live a healthier lifestyle. If you desire to have an office space that's nearly bacteria-free, breathe cleaner, fresher air, same in your home, one of my air purification models can very well be ideal for that. It is especially beneficial for anybody struggling with allergies or asthma. And if you're looking to keep your body properly hydrated, alkaline water is ideal for that. I specialize in making alkaline water deliveries 2 or 3 times every week. And that pretty much sums it up what I do. Now, if you were not here 2 weeks ago, and the word has not got around, I announced my retirement from this position. Okay? I have been doing this for the better part of 10 years, and I believe Julie is the 3rd executive director that I have had the privilege of working with, and all 3 have been exceptional, and I'm going to miss her to a degree, but I made a decision last fall that as I was approaching, in June, will be my 75th birthday. I need to step back, and that's a good benchmark for maybe examining what you're doing in your life, reprioritizing your life. And I've kind of since then thought that you reach the age of 65, 70, 75, 80, whatever that may be, that is a good period of time in your life to sort of assess what you're doing, and maybe it's time to re-examine and reprioritize your lifestyle to some extent. And that's what I, will be doing. I'm ceasing all my networking activities. I will continue to provide services for all my existing customers. That will not be a problem going forward. But most people do not know, I have several hobbies that I do. For the better part of 25 years, I have been a freelance video photographer. And I've had 5, on my calendar is 5 video gigs for the month of May. And as you well know, what is May? I got 3 graduation ceremonies and I need to video record here in May. And I may continue to do that to some degree. And so that's just a summary of what I've done on my calendar and what's going forward. My last time here will be either the 1st or 2nd Thursday in June. Okay, now we're ready for the highlight of the meeting, okay? When I'm done, highlight. It is wide open for whatever you want to do and say. You can have a PowerPoint type presentation, you can stand up here and talk. I've seen some 10-minute spotlights that talked about their hobbies and their past and where they came from, and it's been very enlightening. And let's face it, if you're going to do business with anybody, it's going to be with somebody you know, like, and trust. And that 10-minute spotlight is a very good opportunity to kind of broaden the scope of that. But it's entirely up to the individual in whatever they feel comfortable with talking about. Countryside Smiles, you're up. Take it away. I think she does that for here for us. When you see me standing up, you'll have a better middle left. Okay.
Recording in progress.
Countryside Smiles. It's a dream, it's not a business, it's a passion that was born on the other side of the globe. My name is Jaspreet Gill. I'm a dentist by profession since 2009. When somebody asked me, you have so many dentists in Murphy, how would you survive? Well, what do you notice about this man? He's missing a tooth, but he's also missing an eyebrow. Did you see the eyebrow first, or did you see the tooth first? That's why you need a dentist. Also, tooth decay is as common as common colds, but there is no over-the-counter fix to fix a broken tooth. So you do need a dentist. So many hours of school are missed because of dental decay. 90% of over 40-year Americans suffer from dental decay or gum disease. We have population growth by exponential numbers in this area, so we need all the dentists we can. Every person has 32 teeth, so 32 teeth in a day means that's all your day. So we do need a lot of dentists. That's what Mark had asked me on spring fever. Hey, Dr. Gill, how are you going to survive? I'm like, we will survive and shine. Let's see. I'm going to talk something about myself first before I talk about dentistry or Countryside Smiles. So I was born in this part of the world where the flight took off in 2009, and I've been in Dallas since then. I'm a Sikh. I don't know if anybody has studied theologism. Sikhism is the world's 5th largest religion. Punjab is a major region in Asia, now divided into 2 countries, India and Pakistan. There's a little geography lesson. Me and Rajveer both belong to the state of Punjab by our origins. We are Sikhs. Our men wear turbans. Every turban-wearing person you're going to see in the streets of Texas is a Sikh, S-I-K-H. Every turban-wearing male has a middle name or part of the name that says Singh. You might have heard that. That means a lion, to be brave and to stand up if any injustice or unequal scenario occurs. So we are abided by our religious duty to stand up and take action if nobody else can. Every female is going to have part of their name Kaur, that means a princess. It's in order to emphasize that men and women are equal, and that was decided way back in 600 years ago when nobody talked about gender equality, when Sikhism did. Our holiest shrine is Golden Temple. It's located in Amritsar, in India, in Punjab. You can see Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and his family paying homage at Golden Temple. Why? Because half of the Canadian cabinet, the defense secretary with James Mattis, is a Sikh person. Why that matters is Sikhs are a martial race. We are required to have the right to bear arms for self-defense and to help others. That is a part of the religion of Sikhism. And during the world wars, including my grandfather, most of the Sikhs from Punjab had flown to fight against Germany in World War, and they came victorious, and some of them never returned home. So if you ever have a chance to visit Britain, you will find a lot of memorials in honor of Sikh Americans. And we do have a Sikh World War Veterans Parade in Euless on July 4th. I will share the details regarding that. Also, in this picture, you can see a turbaned US American soldier. That happens to be my younger brother. He lives in Wiley. So the US American forces have given special religious accommodation to turban-wearing Sikhs as part of their uniform. And there are only a handful of them. But why? Because they know that the warfare is in the DNA of Sikhs. And here I am at the Golden Temple, many prominent Sikhs with all kinds of political affiliations. Deputy Dhaliwal, if you saw, he was killed in line of duty in Houston, Harris County, a couple of years ago, and he was a famous turban-wearing deputy in police force. So we love law enforcement, we love the freedoms, and we are so patriotic, and we stand up for others. So I hope that everybody goes away with a little bit of awareness of Sikhism. Here I am, starting from kindergarten all the way to a dental degree in India. I was always a straight A student. I don't know if I should brag about it, but I never got time to have some extracurricular activities, which I'm trying to do it now. So I did win a gold medal in oral and maxillofacial surgery back in India, which I was the first female to do in 50 years of my dental school, where everybody thought surgery is meant for guys. And this picture, Meeting the Needs of Many, is from Network of Community Ministries. It's a small charitable missionary dental clinic here in Sherman Street in Richardson, Texas, where I was working as a volunteer dental assistant before I applied all over the country for the international dental programs, which only have couple spots in each state, to get into a dental school for 2 years to get my US dental license. I finally got accepted at Virginia Commonwealth University as part of 10 students. Never lived in snow. Here I am standing in snow, trying to learn the winter season, worked hard. Had the opportunity to work with best of the best dentists. Dr. Coble, he used to be our group leader, and he also was the dentist of President Bill Clinton. He was the United States White House official dentist. So being close to DC, we had to work with, a high level of ethics, a very high level of critique, including what you wear. Your socks should be, not up to ankle length. Your scrubs have to be ironed. So it was a complete disciplinary environment at Virginia Commonwealth University, because most of our faculty was ex-military. The big day, May 9th, 2014, was the happiest day of my life. I got my dental degree, came back to Dallas, because Dallas is on the same latitude as Punjab is. So the weather is same. I couldn't afford more snow. I'm not a winter person. I started working at the corporate dental chain called Jefferson Dental. I managed several offices, grew up to be their central regional dental director, went on to Good Morning Texas show for their commercials, lived the dream, and that's my resume. Had a lot of awards during my 2 degrees in pathologies, in community dentistry, medicine. Even during my DDS, I was always more of a clinician than of a researcher. I always wanted to get my hands in the field. Didn't stop learning. As I was working as a dental director in Jefferson, I made monthly trips to Houston for the state-of-the-art dental implantology course fellowship for a year. It happens to be that we were only 3 females in a group of males. And look at the age group. I was the youngest person and everybody called me the kiddo. Hey kiddo, why are you here? We learn implants once we have like 20 years of experience. But it never occurred to me that I had dreams way faster than my age. But it's a passion. Dentistry is my passion. I don't know how I'm going to do as a business owner, but you all are here to help me out with that. But I do want to get and pick up my handpiece on June 1st as I see my first patient. Overall, a job is a job. I was an employee. I was not an employer. I was not calling my own shots. So, COVID happened to be a blessing in disguise. That's another, I will share this part of my life in my next spotlight in July. So there's a suspense why I turned from Jefferson Dental to Countryside Smiles. So that you all are here to listen to that part of the story. But this job ended on March 19th, 2020, when the dream of Countryside Smile was born. At Countryside Smiles, it's going to be the state-of-the-art practice. With my 2 dental degrees, corporate experience, lots of education, I know what it makes a patient to be happy, a dental practice to be more efficient, and a dental service that's going to last a lifetime. At Countryside Smiles, you can self-book your appointment. I don't want my staff on the phone booking your appointments. Yes, they will, but I want them to focus on helping you guys when you come to my office, be there for you, not stuck up on the phone line. I don't want them to do that. You can do everything paperwork on your website. Thanks to my software geek husband who demoed everything and helped that system in my practice to have state-of-the-art software that will support our practice. We are going to be the only practice in town for several miles that are going to be offering tele-dental urgent care services. So if you are a meeting, or your child fell out on school, you broke something, you don't know what to do, you always have the first option to request the same day appointment as a tele-dental. We can tell you how severe it is, and we can prescribe you if you need something, or offer same day physical appointment to come to our office. We also have the 3D scanners, the state-of-the-art x-rays. They are not high radiation, but they do tell us where the nerves and vessels are, and not just hard tissues with the normal x-rays. So we can see the nerves, the vessels, the sinuses, and we can plan the implants accordingly, instead of saying, oh, that implant is close to my sinus, or implant is close to my nerve, why I'm feeling the sensitivity. So you cannot go to a new town without using the GPS, right? So same way, I cannot put a foreign body in your mouth without knowing my GPS. I can be a great surgeon, but I do need my tools. Secondly, we're also going to be having laser in our office. I did a little commercial saying if you have an Aptus ulcer, you had a cold sore, and you're not able to talk properly to your clients that day, it's painful, well, stop by at Countryside Smiles. A 30-second laser treatment is going to fry that up, and you're going to be good for the rest of the day. And obviously, that won't happen at the same spot again. So if you do the laser, the sore spot and the Aptus ulcer won't happen. That's a quote I learned in my fellowship. It says, no one should die with the teeth in a glass of water, because he was the father of dentistry. Let's see.
Ready to see your smile in a whole new way? We are excited about our new technology that can show you a complete picture of your mouth with the wave of a wand. It's quick, easy, and comfortable. Our digital scanner helps us quickly identify and show you the condition of your oral health. If you need an impression, a digital scan offers a more complete view with no sloppy goop or fussy mess. Your scan also allows us to create a record that can monitor tooth wear, movement, and more, tracking changes over time. It even lets you get an idea of what your future smile will look like today. With just a simple scan, our iTero Element Scanner gives you a comprehensive view of your mouth and makes it easier to understand the next steps in your treatment plan. Ready to see your smile in a whole new way? It starts with iTero.
side come together. So wonderful job on your spotlight this week. So, all right.
Anybody has any questions, they feel free to see her after the meeting, but without seeing a presentation like that, I think we can all say she's exceptionally qualified. Okay, let's move on to thank yous. Anybody got a word they want to express towards anybody they had one-on-ones with business friendly or whatever? Yes.
I think Rajveer left, but I do want to say thank you to Rajveer for, I tried to, he wanted to go to medical school, and he's from my community. I never knew him before the scholarship day, so I went by to the family and said, hey, you want to be a doctor? A doctor is just not surgical skills. You do need the business skills, the personality. So start coming on to Thursday morning meetings, learn that side of your personality, and he was here. Thank you. I wanted to say thank you for coming in and taking the initiative. And I want to say thank you to Tina to coming into our chamber today. So, we have more time. Thank you.
Very good. Anybody else?
He had to get to school.
Oh.
Lee online, go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to thank Terry at Save More Automotive again. He fixed my car that I was trying to sell. It was a 2017 Hyundai, and I got about $14,000 for it, which I wouldn't have gotten if he hadn't fixed the problem I had. So, and it was very reasonable what he charged me, very reasonable.
Very good. Awesome. Marco, you have something?
Yeah, just thanks to Julie and I guess City of Murphy for putting on the little happy hour after our get together at the new chicken place earlier this week on Monday. Very enjoyable. Got a chance to meet a few new of the Murphy Chamber members. So thanks, Julie and the City of Murphy.
Very good.
Recording stopped.
Steve, you have something?
I would like to say thank you to you for all of your years of dedication to the Chamber of Commerce and to this particular event. You've done a great job. You've been a great representative of the Chamber and of just humanity. You're a great guy. Appreciate it.
Yes, Rick?
Yeah, I just want to thank Mako for the one-on-one social that we did before the mixer, getting to know him and out there a little bit. And I want to thank Bobby ahead of time for participating in this upcoming event that we're going to be doing. And a thank you to Luke, Janae, and Julie for an upcoming little video that we are going to be doing. Not today, but we're going to talk about it today. So it's about why Murphy.
Very good.
I want to thank Lee, and I also want to thank Radical Jean. She came by the other day too, and we had a very good visit. We sat there, I guess, and talked about it the whole time. Thank y'all.
Very good. Very good. Steve, you have something else?
I've got one more. Dr. Gill, thank you. I'm not sure where you got this.
Another Indian restaurant right here in Murphy.
Where?
Right here in Murphy, next to Blazer Family Dentistry. Another Indian restaurant.
Okay.
And-
Delicious.
And if you want more, it's going to be a food stand on a grand opening June 18th. Show up.
And they're one of our members as well. Yes.
Okay. Very good.
Very good. Yeah, I've never had anything like that myself. I'm glad to know that. Anybody else? So thank you. If not, last but not least, do we not have?
Yes, we have
How many
several
do
prizes.
We got several different prizes to choose from. Obviously, I don't think we're going to go through all of them by any means, so we can have some for next time, and maybe the next time. So, if your business card is in here, what are we going to?
Go ahead, we have 3 dental kits and 3 t-shirts. We'll just go ahead and draw and let someone come up and pick if they want.
They come to make their
There's 3
choice.
different sizes.
There's
large,
3
XL.
sizes.
Burton,
Large, extra large.
you are a winner.
Okay. Go ahead and choose. I have a large, extra large, and double X, and then 3 dental kits.
Well, I just went to the desk last week, so I just got one of those, so let's do the.
Rick, Expanse.
All right, there you go. Talk to you later.
Okay.
Glad you came.
I'm sorry. How many are we going to draw here?
Dental kit and t-shirt.
Steve. One more.
Well, we've got 7 more, we have 4, 3 more.
Keep them coming.
Janae?
We all know them? Or is that it?
2 more, a t-shirt and a jacket. Thanks for all the goodies.
Credit Union of Texas. Brandon?
All right.
Tina, Keller Williams.
I think that's it. Yay. All right.
And there's a surprise door prize. Everybody who's present here is going to get a free dental whitening at Countryside Smiles if you mention May 19th, Murphy Chamber, 8 a.m. meeting. Stop by Countryside Smiles.
Very good. Thanks again, everyone. That completes. Rick, you have something, you have an announcement, sir, maybe?
Coming events.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Any other kind of community events associated with networking, whatever, Rick, go ahead.
Tonight, party on the patio will be at, out in Frisco. It's at, Kelly's Craft Tavern. And Ricky Jean Wright will be performing there from 6:30 to 8. So I know it's not here, but it's about connecting elsewhere. And tomorrow, Power Group Frisco, Zoom and in the room at noon. So it'll be going on, so if you want to get invited to that, I will send you an invite for the Zoom link to join us. It'll be about 7 streams of income, how to create them, and we're going to be talking about affiliate programs.
Very good. Anything else that would be noteworthy, business-wise, networking-wise, over the next week or so? I don't see other hands, and so community announcements, annual door prizes is the last thing we do. And so there's nothing else, no other announcements that I know of, so that concludes our meeting, and we are probably 2 minutes left. Very good. All right, feel free to hang around. You know, plenty of breakfast snacks left, I'm sure. Coffee as well. Thanks to Anna for making the coffee.
Oh, hopefully it's good.
So, anyway, I don't think the city's going to chase us out of here at 5 o'clock. We're done.
I never got coming over there. I just know it.
Let's leave on Tuesday for Maryland.
Hi, everybody.
So it's like, much then.
Yeah, I didn't.